Sometimes when we want to evaluate an expression, we run into problems with using negative and using technology, and this video is meant to help clarify this. If w equals negative 3 and we're asked to find w squared, a lot of students think they can just write negative 3 squared, type it on their calculator, press enter, and they write negative 9 because it's on their calculator screen, but this is not true. Squaring something means that you multiply it by itself. For instance, if I said 5 squared, that means this. It means 5 times 5 gives us an area of 25. It's actually a square. The squared means that whatever is on the base, in this case 5, should be multiplied by itself. So 5 times 5 is 25. So in this case, we should be multiplying negative 3 by itself, which looks like this. Negative 3 times negative 3, which is 9. Positive 9. So why did our calculator tell us negative 9? Well, because our calculator is just squaring this 3, and it's not actually squaring the negative, so our calculator is giving us the wrong answer. So how do we get around this? Well, when it says w equals negative 3, we should put parentheses around the negative 3, and when the question says something like w squared, we should substitute w with parentheses. So w is negative 3, and that's w, and now I'm going to square it. And when we do this on our calculator, parentheses negative 3, parentheses squared, now we get the correct answer, which is positive 9. Let's see if you can do this. I'm going to give you a problem. You can pause the video and give it a shot and see how well you did. Ready? X squared y plus 7y divided by the opposite of x plus y. Can you evaluate this if x equals negative 3 and y equals 5? Press pause on the video, give it a try, and then come back. Okay, if you're back and you're checking your work, here's how you do the problem. First off, let's have x equal negative 3 in parentheses, y equals 5 in parentheses. Now, I'm going to recopy this problem, and I'm going to copy everything except my x's and y's. Okay, now I'm about to put in my x. This x, negative 3, goes in here, and it goes in down here. So this first one here, negative 3, I'm going to say negative 3 squared. That's x squared. And then I've also got the y here, and this is being multiplied, so I'll do parentheses 5, because I'm taking this 5 and I'm plugging it in there. We're also plugging the 5 in here. So 7 times y means 7, parentheses 5. The parentheses will help us with our signs and help us to remember its multiplication. How about the denominator? X is negative 3. I'm going to plug the x in here. Now this blue negative sign still stays there, but now I'm going to plug in my x, parentheses negative 3, and my y, parentheses 5. If I were to type exactly what I see, it would work out fine. So if I hit alpha, y equals, enter, now I can type in parentheses negative 3 squared times 5 plus 7 times 5 divided by the opposite of negative 3 plus 5. If you notice, everything I've typed looks exactly like what I've written. There are no changes. If I press enter, I get 10. And that's how much this is worth. Another way to check our answers is to use storing on the calculator. In this case, we can say negative 3, store it as x, 5, store it as y, and then we can type in the actual problem, x squared y plus 7y over negative x plus y, and we should get that same answer, 10. So watch, negative 3, store, to get an x I hit alpha x, enter, now it's stored. 5, store as alpha, here's our y, enter. Now I can go to my fraction menu, and I can type exactly what the problem said. X squared times y plus 7y divided by the opposite, here's the negative, x plus y, enter. And again, we got 10. This is perhaps the best way on our tests to verify that you've gotten the right answer.